Hey folks, this is Chris from Highland CCG. Today we're going to open some mail. Let's check it out. Hey everybody, today we are opening a package. This is from Star City. It is Legends cards. Legends is the set I've been neglecting the most in my journey to play sets of old school. It's just a very huge set, a lot of expensive cards, and a lot of like too expensive. There are cards up until several months ago that were like $50, $60 that are now, you know, $20, $30. So I've been taking advantage of that in this purchase. I'm going to see a bunch of those cards. These are all reserve list, I believe. The way that I'm approaching Legends, just because it is so big, is I'm prioritizing cards that have not been reprinted and that are non-legendary. So we'll see what we have. Star City packaging is kind of controversial. I was glad to see it's in a box. It's just this little box, and I mean, I don't know if it's controversial with other people, but with me anyway, because they don't use top loaders, even with like really expensive cards. Like I bought, I think it was like a Serendib Efreet or something crazy expensive, and it just showed up like in a little bubble envelope, and I was nervous about it. I actually wrote them an email, and they were like, "Well, is it damaged?" And I was like, no, but still, you know, I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I think, like, you know, if they have a lot of evidence that to the contrary, where it's like nothing ever gets damaged this way, and it's actually better, you know, so be it. I mean, they certainly have a larger sample size than I do, but nonetheless, I feel like if I'm spending hundreds of dollars on a card, I'd just love to see it come in a top loader. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, I trust they know what they're doing. They've obviously been in this business a long time. They've tried lots of different things, and if this is working, then so be it. They do put stuff in sleeves sometimes. I think if it's an HP, they don't. So that's why we see a lot of things not in sleeves. In this case, I do like these little envelopes. I reuse those. So let's just get into it. Here we have a Mana Matrix in played condition. This is cool. I think it's not like a sleeper or anything. People are aware that this is cool. Pay up to 2 less colorless when casting an instant, interrupt, or enchantment. So yeah, can be very useful. And looks nice. Got some issues up here, but overall nice. These are cool because I can just peel them off. I'll probably put them in a new sleeve anyway, but never mind. Let's get a new sleeve. All right, and here we have Planar Gate. Planar Gate also has come down quite a lot. I'll just flip them upside down so there's not kind of spoilers. Yeah, this card came down a bit. Gosh, I don't remember what I paid. I'll overlay prices. But I know it's a lot less than what I would have paid or what I have paid for another copy of it. Yeah, another really cool card. Pay up to 2 less whenever casting a summon spell. So you see a theme there. And then next is Spinal Villain. As a blue player, I'd like to own all of these, so they cannot be used against me. But yeah, very powerful little dude. Ugly little dude, I guess. Antimatic's art, very cool. A lot of stuff going on with this guy. If you look at the details of the art. But yeah, destroy target blue creature. Not a fan of that. So had to pick that up, one less out in the wild for me to worry about. Alright, next we have Hammerheim. So this is not reserve list, but it is, I think I have most of the other legendary land, like this cycle, like Pendelhaven, Talaria, but I didn't have the Hammerheim, so I think I have one now, I have two. So that's that. And then Jovial Evil. So Jovial Evil does 2 damage to opponent for each white creature that he or she controls. And yeah, good sideboard card, obviously. And it could really surprise somebody, especially if they have like a weenie deck. They have a ton of creatures, you just, boom, dead. And here's another one. It's a Christopher Rush art. It's probably one of the ones people might not think about as often. And there's Mark Teaton on the Mana Matrix. Who's Plannergate? Oh, Melissa Benson. Okay, nice. And we have Brian Wackwitz on the Hammerheim. I love the old art on these cards. It's just so cool. It's, I don't know, it's way more compelling to me than a lot of the stuff I see now. Although there is some, you know, you'll see really cool stuff too. Yeah, I'm not trying to belittle modern artists at all. It's just, this is kind of my jam. And we have Life Matrix. So during your upkeep, put 1 counter on target creature. You can remove it to regenerate that creature. So pretty interesting. The art, obviously, Amy Weber, and really cool. Next we have Life Matrix. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm trying to complete play sets. So I think Plannergate is done now. Life Matrix might be done now. Jovial Evil is done. Spinal Villain, I think there's still 1 or 2 more. Hammerheim, I need like 2 more. Yeah, it's hard to keep track. I have a spreadsheet, just chipping away. There we go, Life Matrix. All right, so that's done now. So that means I had 1 from my complete set. I do have 1 complete set of Legends. That was really difficult to put together. I got super lucky on the Tabernacle. It was like I had just bid and lost on a Tabernacle. I was really bummed out about that, and then I saw a listing pop up with a guy. He had it was a BGS 9 Tabernacle, and also graded like 8.5 or 9 revised dual lands, like in a lot. He's like, yeah, he's like, he's, if you can see his stuff, like he sells a whole bunch of different stuff, and I guess somebody came out into his store with these, and so he just put them together as a lot, and I was able to negotiate a price, and I think I got the whole thing for less than I would have paid for the other Tabernacle that I lost. So that was a happy day. This would have been 2020 during kind of the crazy times, early like March, April timeframe, I think. But yeah, you just be persistent, get saved searches on eBay, and eventually things come your way. Master of the Hunt. Another card, I've never used this card. Yeah, he generates wolves, which is cool. I could see somebody putting together like a wolf deck. We got another one. And we have Nova Pentacle. I don't know if that completes Nova Pentacle for me. It might. That one's cool because I like this for like a creatureless deck, because you're redirecting damage done to you to a target creature. If there's no creatures on your end, then they have to hurt their own. Or I guess in Commander it would be interesting. I don't know who opponent would be in that case. I guess opponent would be probably the owner of the whatever damage is being done. So that raises some interesting questions too in a multiplayer game. So I think that would probably close me out there, because I'm pretty sure I had at least 2. And we have Storm World, another Christopher Rush. Yeah, this is a cool card too. I don't think I've used this card, but it's pretty interesting. So if any player has less than 4 cards in their hand at the end of their upkeep, Stormworld does 1 damage to that player for each card less than 4. So similar to the rack, so you could double up, I guess, on those. So yeah, interesting. And another Stormworld. We have Typhoon. So Typhoon is a sorcery and it does 1 damage to each opponent for each island they control. So boo! Another blue hate card that no one else will have, which is good. And I think I got 3 of these because I only had 1. Yep, 3. So that closes out that playset. That's an Anson Maddox art. It's kind of, at least to me, it doesn't scream Anson Maddox style, but it's cool. It does have his name on it, so he did do it. He did paint it, but yeah, it's interesting. And last, we have another Master of the Hunt. Master of the Hunt. Cool. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. As I make progress towards my Legends playsets, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.